This is exactly right.
This episode is supported by FX's The Shards, a seductive drama from executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Set in 1980s Los Angeles, the series follows a group of glamorous, deeply entangled high school seniors drawn into a life of wealth, beauty, parties, and excess.
At its center is Brett, whose reality begins to unravel when the arrival of a new student coincides with a series of mysterious murders. FX's The Shards, now streaming on Hulu.
Goodbye.
If you're thinking about your bra all day, you're probably wearing the wrong bra.
If you're ready for a bra that's designed to support you, not distract you, there's Honeylove.
Honeylove is an independent, female-founded brand with products designed by women who actually wear them. Treat yourself to the most advanced bras and shapewear on the market.
Use our exclusive link to save 20% off Honeylove at honeylove.com/MFM.
That's honeylove.com/MFM.
After you check out, they'll ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you.
Experience the new standard in comfort and support with Honeylove.
Goodbye.
Hey everybody, here's the thing about other home security systems. They're all designed for after the window breaks, after someone's inside, after you get the notification, after the police come. SimpliSafe is the first system designed for before, stopping a break-in before it even begins.
That's right. Unlike traditional security systems that only alert you after a break-in is already underway, SimpliSafe is designed to help prevent the crime before it starts. Their cameras can detect suspicious activity at the perimeter and alert live U.S.-based agents. Then SimpliSafe's agents assess the threat, intervene, speak through the camera to scare off the intruders, and call for 911 dispatch.
That's right, and SimpliSafe has been protecting your world for 20 years, everybody. So celebrate their anniversary and save 60% on your new SimpliSafe system at simplisafe.com/stuff. That's 60% off, you guys, at simplisafe.com/stuff. Plus, when you order, write in our show name and the How Did You Hear About Us survey to let them know that we sent you. Don't forget, there's no safe like SimpliSafe.
And welcome
To My Favorite Murder,
the Minisode,
where we read you your stories.
It's the same every time, but it's fun to have things explained to you. You want to go first?
Sure. This one's funny. I'm not going to read you the title. Hey, ladies. Hope you are well. Thank you for your podcast. It's great, and I love it.
Nice.
So I used to live in a small town right outside of Toledo, Ohio. I lived in the same house since birth, and nothing really crazy would happen in this town. Here and there, you'd get a drunk, wandering soul from one of the 4 bars in town coming to knock on your door because they are confused that you aren't their mistress looking for a one-night stand.
Oh.
Or the carnival workers that came into town once a year that would fistfight in your front yard. But that's no harm. When I was 12, my parents started to let me walk the town with friends and ride my bike wherever. We had a 7-Eleven down the block from us, and I would almost daily go and get myself a half and half Arnold Palmer after school. That's mature for a 12-year-old, right?
Yeah, it's very, very refined tastes.
Yeah. It was cheap, and my parents had me on a tight budget of no dollars a week. So that 99-cent tea changed my life. So I'm trotting my happy 12-year-old ass to 7-Eleven after school one day. When I get to the door, I didn't fuck politeness because, let's be for real, I'm 12. I held the door open for this man who walked in, but he had more important things to do than say thank you. I won't lie, I was a little offended that he didn't say thank you or anything. But that wasn't going to screw up my attitude because I go and grab my tea and go to the counter to pay for my drink. Of course, I pay in quarters and dimes. I had my money ready to go and counted it out. I noticed the guy I let in was pacing the store and looking like he didn't know what he needed. But I didn't care because I had one thing on my mind, my tea. I paid, I said my thank you, and headed out. Sure enough, on my little walk home, I hear sirens and I see police rushing down the road. The guy who was in the 7-Eleven with me robbed the place at gunpoint after I left. And then he decided to run. So when the story hit the news, the only picture they had of this man was him entering the store, which conveniently had me in the background holding the door for the suspect at hand. Yes, just a surveillance picture of me and a robber was plastered on the 6 o'clock news. They ended up finding the guy and arresting him. I won't lie. It traumatized me just a little bit, but not too much.
Yeah, just a little. It would.
That's how you get funny. It's just a little bit, but not too much. Keep making a change like you do on a daily. XOXO, the girl who held the door for the 7-Eleven robber.
Yeah, you'd be so excited to see yourself on TV and then it looks like you're an accomplice.
Yeah, you're like the most popular kid at school for fucking sure, right?
Until people are like, wait a second, I can't trust you because you're an accomplice.
They should have blurred their face out, but they didn't.
I mean, you would think also because it's a minor.
Yeah.
No, just this polite child will also be featured. Okay, so the subject line of this email is the classic hometown. And it says, hello, Karen, Georgia, pets, and producers. I've been a listener since my cousin told me about you guys in 2016. Hey, Shelby.
Shelby. What's up, Shelby?
My next album will be called Hey, Shelby. I love listening to you guys when I need a good pick-me-up from my boring everyday life or when I'm trying to lull my 5-month-old daughter to sleep. She's truly a day one murderino.
Oh, yeah, from her life.
Aw. Your minisodes contain so many fun stories, but I have a classic hometown for you guys. All names have been changed for privacy. Sometime in the 1980s, in a very small West Texas town, my dad was in high school and had his group of guy friends. One of his friends, we'll call him Sam, went on a ski trip with his parents to Colorado, where they had their own cottage in the mountains. Down the street, Sam's aunt and uncle had their own cottage. One night while on their trip, Sam went to his cousin's cabin to hang out and play games with the family. It started to get late, so Sam said he would just walk back home to his cabin with his dog. That night, Sam's mom calls Sam's aunt and asks if he's going to stay the night over there since it was almost midnight and he hadn't returned. His aunt told them that he had left hours ago.
Oh, no.
Sam was missing. A search party was underway, but all they found was Sam's dog, who was alive. The family never gave up hope and continued to hold search parties for Sam every other month. 2 years after searching, they found the body of a boy who had been beaten to death that resembled the age Sam was when he went missing. They sent the body in for forensics, sure that this was Sam, but the dental records came back and showed that it was another boy who had gone missing around the same time. To this day, the family still holds search parties every 2 months, looking for anything that could possibly give insight to what really happened to Sam. My dad still really hasn't gotten over losing one of his closest friends so suddenly. Thank you for reading my true hometown. I love everything y'all do for the mental health community and for allowing hometowns like my own to have their stories be heard. SSDGM, Bella, she, her.
Oh, my God. Why can't they find the person who did that? That's like bananas.
Well, can't find even any evidence.
Yeah.
It reminds me, even though it's a movie, not true, but it reminds me of The Lovely Bones, where she just gets taken and in this way where there's nothing to find.
Totally.
So horrible. The Hulu original series Furious is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+. From Liz Merriweather, the Emmy-nominated executive producer of Dying for Sex and The Dropout, comes a gripping psychological thriller.
Starring Emmy Rossum, Furious follows Alice Black, a rookie FBI agent on the hunt for Catherine, a mysterious and calculating female serial killer.
It's Alice's first case on the job, and she's already bitten off more than she can chew.
While Alice believes justice is achieved through law enforcement, Catherine has lost all faith in the legal system.
She's taken it upon herself to terrorize the rich and powerful men of New York in her pursuit of vengeance.
As Alice and Catherine's twisted game of cat and mouse unfolds, the lines between good and evil and right and wrong begin to blur.
With shocking crimes, tangled relationships, and secrets that change everything, Alice discovers there's a thin line between hunter and prey.
Watch the Hulu original series, Furious.
Now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
Goodbye.
Buying clothes is easy. That's why everyone's always doing it.
But finding clothes you actually want to wear is the hard part.
Get all your favorite elevated essentials at Quince.
Quince specializes in effortless, high-quality essentials like ultra-soft organic cotton and premium Mongolian cashmere sweaters. They're beautifully tailored and built to last. And it's not just apparel. Quince also brings that same everyday elevation to everything they offer, from hotel-quality bedding and bath to kitchen staples, essentials, and thoughtfully designed furniture.
They work directly with ethical factories, so you're paying for quality, not brand markup.
It's so true that they have wonderful items that aren't just clothes. I have like 3 of their 100% mulberry silk pillowcases. I've bought throws from there. I've bought bedding from there. And it is just as great quality as their clothes and super affordable.
Upgrade your everyday.
Download the Quince app for app-exclusive offers or go to quince.com/MFM. Get free shipping on your order and 365-day returns.
Now available in Canada and the UK too.
QUINCE.com/MFM. MFM.
Goodbye.
Safe boxes and contents. Greetings. I've enjoyed the podcast for a long while now. Thank you for providing great entertainment, storytelling, and the laughs. On a fairly recent episode I recall you asking, what do people put in their safe deposit boxes? So I thought I would give you some insight. I've worked in the branch banking industry for 2 decades. I'm sorry to say that most safety deposit boxes' contents are very boring. Think deeds of trust for properties, car titles, etc. Employees at the bank are not supposed to know or get involved with clients' safe box contents. However, that does not always stop the rare client from showing employees some of their treasures. I've seen a collection of large colored diamonds a client would buy from Switzerland. That's just like someone putting them away and being like, I need to show these to someone. Hey, bank employee who's got your back to me, come fucking look at this shit.
You have to come because I can't keep them in my house. They're making me paranoid. It's totally like the trap of greed or whatever, where it's like, I need to have them, but I have to hide them, but you need to know they're here.
But I need someone to acknowledge their beauty.
Yeah.
They would fly the diamond over to the USA and an armored car would deliver them to his house. My favorite was the yellow diamond. Another client kept her historical candelabras in her box. Like, can I hang out with that fucking person, please?
How did they fit in there? That's insane.
I don't know. I've got it's probably like P.O. boxes where you can get different sizes. Right?
Oh, yeah. I'm always only thinking of the little slidey one with the teeth in it. Yeah.
Listen to this. And would retrieve them for dinner parties and return them the next day. Fucking bacchanal. And you know it.
So smart.
Craziest fucking parties. Some folks put rare coins or silver dollars, expensive jewelry they do not wear often, and sometimes it's a way to hide tangible assets from family. I can imagine that the banks in large banking cities have safe boxes that contain large amounts of diamonds and gold, but that's not usually found on Main Street banks. Cash, ammunition, and weapons are not permitted in safe boxes, but like, how would they fucking know, right?
Well, they're there when they put them in.
Yeah, but they can't watch them put anything in there.
They couldn't bring a weapon into a bank.
I don't know. We need more answers, clearly.
Yeah. Well, also, I think it's like, here's the rule. Are you going to break the rule at this place that has security guards and probably cops on the, like, everywhere possible? Like,
but the thing that they said about we're not supposed to know or get involved with the client's safe contents, like, then so that they leave them alone with it, right? So you could just fucking I don't know. It sounds like I'm planning something, but I'm not. Although we suspect a fair amount of people do store some cash in them, most people do not realize that safe boxes and their contents are not insured by the bank. A storm could flood the bank and your box and ruin your cash.
Ooh.
I know. If a safe box goes 5 years without payment of rent, we are required by law to drill the box with 2 people watching, inventory the box, and then guess what they do with them? This is like, you'd want it to be Storage Wars.
Throw it in the air? Just throw it as high as they can.
And then whoever catches it gets it.
Yeah, that's right.
And send the contents to the state. I believe it remains in the state's possession for a certain time before it's liquidated and turned into cash for the state. Pay your safety deposit box rent. And then it just says Ollie.
I mean, thank you so much, Ali, for giving us that's insight. Anything. I just want to know anything that's going on in there. Because also the idea, the story that begins to tell itself of like, you're hiding cash and not depositing cash.
Oh, yeah.
You're choosing the way less safe choice to be secretive. What is this cash from? What are you doing?
Because you don't want your ex-husband to get his fucking grimy paws on it.
Because you're a bank robber and you robbed that very bank and you brought the cash back. And
that's weird. They can tell it was theirs. They know their own cash.
They get the vibe, the cash vibe. Okay, the subject line of this email is Halifax explosion ghost story / classic hometown.
Ew.
Hi, Karen and Georgia. I was embarrassingly excited when I heard my hometown of Halifax, Nova Scotia, mentioned on a recent mini episode covering the Halifax explosion. You were so excited that you didn't realize it was a main episode that I covered the Halifax explosion.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Nearly every Haligonian, as we're referred to, it's either Haligonian or Haligonian, but I think it's
sounds better.
Haligonian does sound better, has their own ghost story to tell. Perhaps a sighting of 2 Victorian ladies wandering the staircase of the now restaurant, which once served as the Titanic's morgue.
Wow.
Ooh. or that of the Grey Lady whose spirit roams the Halifax Citadel, a former British military fort, mourning her lost love. As you can imagine, there's also a fair share of folklore surrounding the tragic Halifax explosion. Some tales are much too outrageous to be true, but the story I have today, which takes place in one of Halifax's oldest buildings, bears the scars to prove it. This is the mysterious story of the face in the window at St. Paul's Church. Despite being several miles away from the Narrows, the windows of the church were blown out at the time of the explosion. To this day, a piece of original window frame remains in the entryway with a plaque that reads, "A relic of the explosion." The most curious relic, though, is the profile of a man's face that appears in the window. As the story goes, at the exact moment of the explosion, the deacon was standing parallel to a window facing the Narrows. The intense heat of the explosion etched his profile on the glass to be seen for all of time.
Whoa.
There's no earthly reason for why, despite several attempts at replacing and cleaning the glass, the shadowy silhouette reappears time and time again, almost as if the old building refuses to allow the city to forget the tragic events of that day. There are many photos online where the mysterious profile can clearly be seen.
What?
I actually saw it. I looked it up. It's big. It's weird. Or if you take a walk down Argyle Street, it's very likely you'll catch a glimpse of the figure staring down at you from the upper window of this National Historic Site. And that's from Allie, she, her.
That's creepy. I'm going to look it up.
The Hulu original series Furious is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+. From Liz Merriweather, the Emmy-nominated executive producer of Dying for Sex and The Dropout, comes a gripping psychological thriller.
Starring Emmy Rossum, Furious follows Alice Black, a rookie FBI agent on the hunt for Catherine, a mysterious and calculating female serial killer.
It's Alice's first case on the job, and she's already bitten off more than she can chew.
While Alice believes justice is achieved through law enforcement, Catherine has lost all faith in the legal system.
She's taken it upon herself to terrorize the rich and powerful men of New York in her pursuit of vengeance.
As Alice and Catherine's twisted game of cat and mouse unfolds, the lines between good and evil and right and wrong begin to blur.
With shocking crimes, tangled relationships, and secrets that change everything, Alice discovers there's a thin line between hunter and prey.
Watch the Hulu original series, Furious.
Now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
Goodbye. Summers for adventures, road trips, and adding a whole lot of miles to your car.
That's why it's worth stopping at Valvoline Instant Oil Change first.
If you need an oil change, make the smart stop at Valvoline Instant Oil Change before you hit the highway.
Their trained techs can help you get road trip ready with an oil change and an 18-point maintenance check included with every oil change, checking your tire pressure, wipers, lights, and more.
That means they're checking important things before you're halfway to your aunt's house with no cell service.
And these aren't just any techs. Valvoline Instant Oil Change techs complete over 270 hours of training, so your car's in capable hands.
The best part, you can stay in your car and you're in and out in about 15 minutes.
So before your next long summer ride, pull into Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Change wisely.
Goodbye.
My last one's called Trash Dad Merry-Go-Round Incident. Hi, ladies. I've been a listener since 2018, written in before, no avail. Love you both. Let's get into it. Half of my life growing up was spent with my dad a few hours outside of Portland, Oregon. Yay, divorced parents. Every autumn, he'd take me and my siblings to this farm stand and pumpkin patch called Lone Pine Farms. They had everything: livestock, petting zoos, playgrounds, pumpkin patches, apple picking, etc. One of our favorite parts of this event as children was the playground, of course, particularly the little dinky merry-go-round. One particular day, there were a bunch of older kids on the merry-go-round, but they couldn't get it going as fast as they wanted. My dad stepped up. He was just a silly guy who wanted to be liked by the kids. They all climbed on, and my dad, the guy that he is, pushed it with all his might until they were spinning uncontrollably. It was all good and innocent fun until I decided I wanted to join in. I was probably 5 or 6 at the time and stepped up beside my dad with pride at how popular he had become among the other kids. It all looked like so much fun. How hard could it be? Just hold on and don't let go, right? But that's not how it went because I was 6 and my dad was a little bit imperceptive, so the communication aspect of it was a little bit skewed. Daddy, can I get on too? I asked hopefully. My dad laughed like it was the funniest joke he'd ever heard from his baby daughter. Ha, yeah, sure thing. Just grab right on. Not sure if it was obvious to you guys, but sarcasm isn't best used on first graders.
No, it doesn't work.
I did not find this to be a joke, believe it or not. Without a second thought, I reached out and grabbed the first bar on the insanely fast-moving merry-go-round, which all the other kids had secured their position on before it started moving. I did not have this luxury. One way or another, my grip must have been pretty strong because 1 second I was on the ground and the next I had flown at least 10 to 15 feet, according to my dad.
Oh.
I ended up being fine, and I think I just had some scrapes and bruises on my knees and elbows. I don't have much memory of this, thankfully, and mostly just associate it with a funny story my dad tells sometimes. Truly, I'm the one who always brings it up because he still feels terrible to this day. Love my dad, and he has learned a lot since this time when he was undoubtedly very stoned and in his late 20s. So funny to think, like, yeah, your parents were stoned sometimes. You know?
Yeah. Oftentimes they were like just had stopped being teenagers and suddenly were parents.
Totally. Stay sexy and don't expect your 6-year-old to understand sarcasm. Lucy.
Lucy, I have done that multiple times with children where just like there's no adjustment from me to like making sure that this child understands what I'm talking about.
Right. I think maybe we should ask for like sarcasm stories when like sarcasm went wrong.
Absolutely. All right, my last story is, I won't read you the subject line. It just starts, this is the part where Karen or Georgia says, I'm not going to read the subject line. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I actually didn't pre-read that, just so everybody knows. That was maximum impact. On a road trip from Western Canada to my home on the prairies with my grandma, we were on a classic grandma, quote-unquote, shortcut.
Oh, no.
We were hours behind schedule and I fell asleep in the back seat. I woke up in the dark. There was a strange man driving the car and dear old Grams was not moving with her head against the window in the passenger seat. My grandma was an original spiritual guru who led our family of strong women down a spiritual path in a time where everyone called her crazy for believing in crystals, incense, manifesting. You get the picture. She danced to her own tune and taught it to all of us. Her loving and trusting nature made it impossible for her to leave a person on the side of the road. And then in parentheses, it says, besides her ex, but that's a story for another time. There are many badass stories I could share about this woman, like her love story that was sabotaged by her first cousin, or how she picked up her life over and over, but you'll have to wait for the book. Back to the story of our chauffeur, Gary. I started screaming and crying because I'm 9 and I watch CSI like a religion. So, of course, I thought she was dead. My grandma woke up and had to get Gary to pull over so she could console me. We got back in the car and Gary continued to drive up to Saskatoon, Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, yeah. He gets out and says, lady, please don't pick up hitchhikers and definitely don't let them drive your car. Wise words indeed.
Oh my God.
Right. We often teased my grandma about that. And even through losing her through dementia, she usually remembered Gary and that adventure. Stay sexy and just embrace your grandma's antics before she's gone. Stay even sexier and don't pick up hitchhikers and definitely don't let them drive. Love, 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 Kate.
I love that even the hitchhiker himself was like, why did you do this? Even 9-year-old in the back seat. And then you fell asleep and let me drive. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, everything about this was the wrong decision. Right. And also I'm fully benefiting from it. Okay.
Right. It just so happens that I'm not a murderer, or at least not tonight. So
right.
I'm going to give you this advice in case someone is.
That'd be incredible if it was so ridiculous that she actually got a murderer to say that to her, where it's like, yes. You know what? This is so out of pocket.
Yeah. And then years later, we saw his face flash on TV. It was Gary Ridgway or something like that.
That's yeah. Some other horrible Gary.
If you have a hitchhiking story, shame on you, but you better fucking send it in.
That's the only thing you can do with it at this point is tell us. And thanks everybody for sharing your stories and stay sexy.
And don't get murdered.
Goodbye.
Elvis, do you want a cookie?
This has been an Exactly Right production.
Our senior producer is Alejandra Keck.
Our editor is Aristotle Acevedo.
This episode was mixed by Liana Squilacci.
Email your hometowns to myfavoritemurder@gmail.com.
And follow the show on Instagram and Facebook at My Favorite Murder and on Twitter at My Fave Murder. Goodbye.
Hey everybody, here's the thing about other home security systems. They're all designed for after the window breaks, after someone's inside, after you get the notification, after the police come. SimpliSafe is the first system designed for before, stopping a break-in before it even begins.
That's right. Unlike traditional security systems that only alert you after a break-in is already underway, SimpliSafe is designed to help prevent the crime before it starts. Their cameras can detect suspicious activity at the perimeter and alert live U.S.-based agents. Then SimpliSafe's agents assess the threat, intervene, speak through the camera to scare off the intruders, and call for 911 dispatch.
That's right, and SimpliSafe has been protecting your world for 20 years, everybody. So celebrate their anniversary and save 60% on your new SimpliSafe system at simplisafe.com/stuff. That's 60% off, you guys, at simplisafe.com/stuff. Plus, when you order, write in our show name and the How Did You Hear About Us survey to let them know that we sent you. Don't forget, there's no safe like SimpliSafe.
You know that fantasy where you run into your ex while looking impossibly cute and wildly unbothered? Hill House makes the perfect dress for that moment. Or if you're just running errands. Hill House Home is the brand behind the viral nap dress, known for its signature smocking, ultra-flattering fit, and comfort that makes it a favorite for just about everyone. Celebrities like Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo, Anne Hathaway, and Mindy Kaling have all been spotted in Hill House. These dresses are the definition of versatile, perfect for running errands in the morning and stylish enough for dinner or a party that night. And it's not all they carry. They started with bedding back in 2016, and now you'll find bathrobes, pajamas, children's clothes, and maternity, all with the cutest prints. And it's so true. The hardest time picking out one nap dress because the prints are so dreamy and beautiful. But now that I have it, I'm going to wear it all day, every day. I'm going to throw on my leather jacket at night and look like a total badass. Cowboy boots or cute heels, whatever it is, this nap dress can make it look classy. You look like that classy lady you see at the airport. Hill House makes fun fashion that makes you feel good. Get 15% off your first order of $100 or more at hillhousehome.com with code MURDER15. That's MURDER15 for 15% off at hillhousehome.com. Goodbye. The kids are back in school. Now it's your turn to head back to the beach.
During Cheap Caribbean's Back to Beach sale, save $200 site-wide on vacation packages of 4 nights or more with code 200BEACH.
Trade school drop-offs for beach walks, lunch boxes for beach bars, and your daily routine for adults-only relaxation.
Use code 200BEACH and get more beach for less money.
Book your beach vacay today at cheapcaribbean.com. Goodbye.
Hey.